So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to James, who's going to take us through some of those winning programs in a little bit more detail. There's also a poll currently open in the events section just next to the chat. So it'd be great to get as many people taking that as possible while James introduces himself. James, the stage is yours.
Just checking everyone can hear me. It's all good?
Yes, all good.
So I don't know about you, but I just had to listen to my own voice for the last 2 minutes, which was an interesting experience. Cool. So as Fee mentioned, there is a poll. So if you can look to complete that, I'll get started with the presentation. Cool. So can we see the tab?
We can see the presentation, yeah.
Perfect. Cool, let's get started. So to introduce myself, I'm James, Director of Customer Success here at LoyaltyLion. Over the past 6 years, I've focused on value delivery for enterprise retail brands. As director, I manage the customer success, onboarding and support teams, effectively working with e-commerce brands to ensure that they get the best experience with LoyaltyLion, get the best value, and have the best possible time. What we're going to cover today are the Hall of Fame introduction, and then we're going to look at 5 Hall of Fame categories with actionable tips that you can then apply to your businesses. We're going to look at best use of loyalty tiers, best omni-channel program, best community initiative, best use of email, and best user experience. As I mentioned, there's a poll in the chat here, and this is so I can just have a better understanding of the kind of audience we've got here. So if you can answer that poll, I'll give you a minute and you can have a look. The question is, why did you come to Loyalty Connect? Just select whichever applies to you. And once you've completed that, we'll get onto the presentation. Oh, I can see some votes coming in now. Got 149 people and about 15 votes. We can do better than that. Well, I hope everyone's enjoyed the session so far today. It's been great to see a lot of the interaction. A few members of my team have been hosting the AMAs and the panel discussions, and they've had a fantastic time, so I hope you guys have too. Cool. So I think we'll call it there. We keep answering the poll, and if you have any questions on these kind of things we're asking, you can ask them at the end. But it's really great to see the kind of audience we've got here. With over 10,000 merchants across the globe using LoyaltyLion, we've created this presentation to show 5 examples of the most successful and innovative loyalty programs we saw in 2021, all of which were winners in our Hall of Fame. Should hopefully leave feeling inspired to elevate your own retention strategies and to create a loyalty program that builds emotional connections long term. But before we dive into some of the winners, you may be wondering, what is the LoyaltyLion Hall of Fame? Over the past year, we saw a lot of loyalty program innovation across e-commerce, from communities of loyal insiders to custom rewards for the conscious consumer. Loyalty marketeers have really stepped up their game. The LoyaltyLion Hall of Fame is our chance to celebrate these successes. It shines a light on 26 award-winning loyalty programs from all different industries. Each winning category shows what it takes to create a winning loyalty program. You saw a nice sneak peek of these winners in the video before the session. Today, I'll be highlighting 5 examples of all-star brands that won categories in the Hall of Fame, accompanied by actionable tips to inspire your own retention marketing. I'll also provide a link at the end where you can download the full Hall of Fame and the video if you're not sick of my voice yet. Without further ado, let's get started. So first up, I want to highlight the best use of the loyalty tiers category, which is won by Esme Skin Minerals, which is really great for me because I actually onboarded this client and they're lovely, lovely people. Esme Skin Minerals provides vegan, cruelty-free skincare and cosmetic products. Recently, they've built an exciting online presence and have used tiers in their loyalty programs to create and promote a feeling of exclusivity. A bit like that velvet rope phenomenon you get in a nightclub. You always want to be on the other side. The reason we love their tiers is because they include both financial perks, like points per dollar spent, and experiential rewards, including early access to promotions and quarterly member benefits. The perks encourage customers to spend more over time as they can see new and exclusive benefits are always within reach. This builds brand loyalty as 79% of consumers say they're loyal to brands if they can unlock exclusive benefits. But what really sets Esme Skin Minerals tiers apart as our winner, they also have included a hidden tier called the Black tier. This tier is designed to pique the curiosity of the customers because the details of the tier are locked. You can only learn what perks there are by spending more over time. Overall, their tiered blue, silver, gold, and black system shows customers there's always something of value within reach, increasing the motivation to spend further and increasing their lifetime value. Their program encourages retention through the use of exclusivity and the desire to earn a true VIP experience. So what are the results of this approach? Well, in just 12 months, Esme Skin Minerals exclusive rewards and tiered experience encouraged 58% of their customer base to enroll in the program. They also saw an impressive 2x increase in the average spend of loyalty program members. So how can you apply these lessons to your own retention strategy? The first tip is to rethink how you offer exclusivity to retained customers. In the example we looked at, Esme Skin Minerals uses loyalty program tiers to give members desirable and exclusive rewards that get customers spending more. These rewards could be experiential, like invites to in-person events, or financial, like special discounts for top-tier members. Secondly, if you have tiers set up already, take time to review your upper-tier benefits regularly. Are there any new experiential rewards you can offer in these upper tiers that you've rolled out in the past year? If so, be sure to work them into your reward strategy. And lastly, take the time to review who's in your top tier. Can your VIPs be segmented out further and rewarded with personalized experiences and rewards? Take some time to think about how you can create motivation for your brand VIPs to continue purchasing. And if you keep them feeling special, they'll be more likely to recommend you to others. So that's tiers. Next up, we have the best omni-channel program winner, and that's Baseballism. Baseballism is off-the-field brand focusing on the class, tradition, and history of baseball. As an omni-channel brand, Baseballism is exceptionally good at running special events for loyalty program members online, whilst also providing a top-quality in-person experience. Loyal customers get early access to sales online, which makes them feel more like VIPs and keeps them coming back for more. And they also use emails to let members know what exclusive experiences are available in store too, like triple loyalty points events. These are smart ways to expertly connect the on and offline experience. Baseballism also integrates LoyaltyLion with its POS system across 10 plus stores throughout the US. This means they can create a single customer view and that all purchases and engagements with the loyalty program are recorded in one place. This also empowers in-store assistants to notify customers face-to-face when they've earned loyalty points or have rewards to redeem to really build that in-person relationship. Being able to deliver an omni-channel loyalty experience is crucial to retaining customers because it means you're able to deliver a consistent experience that makes them feel special wherever they're shopping from. So how has this helped them? So Baseballism have loyalty program members with having 118% higher AOV than regular customers, and they have a whopping 195% higher average spend. So how can you replicate this success with your own brand? The first tip to building an effective omni-channel loyalty experience that can stand the test of time is to invest in cementing your infrastructure. In 2020 and 2021, you may have found yourself rolling out an omni-channel experience that was more responsive to changing restrictions rather than built into your business plan from the ground up. In 2022, You should review your tooling and technology and make sure you're investing in the right platforms to give the very best omni-channel experience possible. This is especially important because consumers now have significantly more choice in the market, both offline and online. And one thing that will set your brand apart is that customer experience. Secondly, if you're an omni-channel business, check that your online and in-person approach is fully integrated. For example, with a loyalty program, you can reward customers loyalty points for completing in-person activities, like recycling products in store. They can then use these points against online orders. Or you could encourage top-tier members of your loyalty program to come in-store with exclusive events, so they spend and earn points in the real world. Lastly, a loyalty program is a smart way to break down the barriers between channels and unite the experience wherever your customers shop. Find opportunities to use the loyalty program data to fuel other tools you're using. For instance, when you integrate a loyalty program with your help desk provider, you can provide customer support effectively both on and offline, as you can use loyalty points as an apology, for example, if someone has had a bad experience with your store. Okay, next up is Best Community Initiative. This went to Never Fully Dressed. Never Fully Dressed produces flattering feminine fashion for all shapes and sizes and styles. I love alliteration, apparently. Recently, they've been focusing on building their customer community and encouraging them to get involved with the loyalty program. Alongside providing exclusive experiences, Never Fully Dressed use their loyalty program to show they care about the same things their customers do. So their brand has a pre-loved section on its website. Here they show their community that they'll get loyalty love points, Never Fully Dressed, love alliteration too, for sending back their pre-loved products to the brand. They then sell these products on Depop on behalf of their customers. They also promote their pre-loved initiative on Instagram stories to get their community on board. Through these social media posts, the direction and message of the brand are clear, and they're able to connect with a wider audience by putting how they're aligned with their community front and center. Communities nurture loyalty. They're pretty much synonymous. Beyond great prices and supreme customer service, customers are looking for emotional connections and relationships. With this desire comes the feeling of wanting to be a part of a wider community. And the wider community reinforces their positive feelings about your brand, encouraging them to shop again. In fact, over half of customers say they would be loyal to a brand if they could become a member of a like-minded community. The results? Fantastic. By focusing on their community and rewarding customers for completing community-based actions, their loyalty program members have 185% higher average spend than non-members. This is because with every purchase, they know they'll get more points to spend down the line and become more engaged in the brand's community. So how do you create a community? First, remember 68% of shoppers are motivated to be loyal if they know the brand shares their values. Your customers want to be part of something bigger, a community. So make sure your brand values are clear to your shoppers so they feel emotionally aligned with you. You could, for example, create content about your brand's story or the charitable initiatives you support, and make sure this is clear on your site and part of your welcome emails. Next, use your community as a way to make sure your customers continue to engage with you in between purchases. Do this by giving community members extra value for being part of it. This could include early access to sales before other customers or exclusive free products for community members only. These will encourage customers to return to your brand to engage with these community benefits, even if they weren't planning on spending. Lastly, and I think most importantly, focus on building a community of loyal customers who are open to sharing more personal information with you in exchange for personalized experiences. This will reduce your reliance on third-party cookies to deliver high-quality customer experiences. Plus, if you're able to give your community a more tailored experience and show more emotional alignment, they'll want to share with you far and wide, referring others to your brand and writing reviews on your behalf. Next up, best use of email. Now that went to Lively. So Lively is an underwear brand that wants to inspire its customers to live passionately, purposefully, and confidently. Lively sends a variety of custom emails to their customers using their email service provider. On top of making their emails on brand, Lively uses LoyaltyLion data points to make sure each one is personalized to each customer. The first kind of loyalty emails Lively sends are reward reminder emails. These tell customers that they have a reward available and incentivize them to come back to the store. This is a really effective way to grow your CLTV, as customers who redeem rewards off the back of these emails have 164% higher annual average spend than customers who don't. Lively also use emails to promote exclusive double point events for their loyalty program members. These email campaigns run around seasonal events such as New Year's, Black Friday, where loyal customers get to treat themselves to special bonuses. Thanks to their integrated email marketing and loyalty program approach, Lively found that compared to regular customers, loyalty program members have 103% higher AOV and have 146% higher average spend per customer. Their personalized loyalty emails encourage customers to return to spend and add more to their carts whilst they're here. Before we get onto the tips, I just need a little sip of water because I've just talked for the last 20 minutes. So, what lessons can you take away from Lively and use to improve the performance of your own emails? First tip for using emails with your loyalty program is first to explore the full potential of your loyalty program and your ESP. Shoppers today want to form ongoing relationships with brands they like, and a loyalty program that's integrated with a leading ESP is a great place to start. Lively use their integration to trigger sends at strategic moments, like when a reward becomes available. Second, use your loyalty program as a means of segmenting your customers to send more relevant, personalized communication. Loyalty program emails perform 14 times better than regular marketing emails because they resonate with your customers on a personal level. By integrating your loyalty program with your ESP, you can segment your customers according to whether they are loyal, at risk, or in need of winning back. You can then design and send out hyper-targeted marketing campaigns based on these segments. For example, for loyal customers, you could send emails about the exclusive perks you offer. And for at-risk customers, you could send point expiry emails reminding them they have points to spend at your store. Lastly, you should prompt happy customers who've left reviews to refer their friends and family to your stores. On average, 83% of customers who are willing to refer after positive experience, yet only 30% actually do. Use your review platform to turn on referral prompt emails that are sent to all customers who leave a positive review. This is a great way to encourage your already loyal customers to become advocates on your behalf. And lastly, we have Skinnydip, this year's winner for Best User Experience. Skinnydip is a lifestyle fashion brand, and their loyalty program is a seamless and engaging part of their customers' online experience. They have completely customized the program and embedded components across the customer journey, so shoppers are reminded to engage with it, or making it blend in seamlessly with their site. Firstly, their explainer page, which is linked to the site's footer, is on brand and it's quirky, as you can see here. And they've named their program Skinnydip Airlines and have customized components like imagery and colors to make it match the fun brand identity. What you'll notice looking at these images is that it is not clear that what you have here is from a third party. Their program is seamless and it's forming all parts of the customer journey. So throughout the customer journey, they are being indicated and pushed towards loyalty, which is a really fantastic way to, one, incentivize usage, but two, make the program easy to use. So what impact is Skinnydip seen by making their loyalty program the cornerstone of their user experience? First of all, Skinnydip's members now spend more per purchase. They have 125% higher AOV than regular customers. On top of that, loyalty program members also spend 182% more than other customers. What can you learn from Skinnydip? Here's a few tips to help you improve your user experience. First, you should make sure you're signposting opportunities to engage with your program across the customer's journey. In the checkout, product pages, the account section, the footer, in your emails, wherever. Make sure it's clear where to engage. This encourages customers to engage with the program. And as we know, customers who redeem rewards have 164% more average spend than unengaged customers. Next, customize your loyalty program so it's completely aligned with your brand identity. Take a page from Skinnydip's book and get creative with the program's name, iconography, and color palette to make it clear it's a natural part of your store and brand experience. Don't forget that a loyalty program is a perfect opportunity to show what you're all about, to be the mouthpiece of that conversation about your values, your brand, and that you want your existing customers to be part of that excitement. Lastly, test in-cart rewards during the checkout process. In-cart rewards are a piece of functionality that allow customers to use the points they're earning from their current purchase to claim rewards immediately in the checkout. This is a seamless, no-fuss user experience combined with instant gratification that will not only delight your customers, but also encourage them to increase their AOV. In the checkout, if a customer sees they're close to claiming a reward, they'll add extras in their cart to reap those benefits. So that's kind of everything from me in terms of the presentation. I think to sum up before we go to questions, there's kind of two or three major takeaways from this presentation for me and from reviewing these brands. It's that customer conversation or having a conversation with your customer is paramount. If you can differentiate yourself by the brands that you have, which is your brand, you've worked incredibly hard on it. If you can use that work you've done to differentiate yourself to your customer, to really have a communication with them, you don't need to necessarily discount as much. You don't need to continue to work on dropping prices because people come to you because they love your brand, they engage with it. 2, ensure your UX is seamless. Again, as I said, customers have a significant amount of choice on where they go. And if your UX is janky or it's difficult to use, regardless of whether they love your product, they're not going to engage with your brand. And finally, make it personal. Customers want that relationship with you. They are making a decision to purchase. And if you ensure that your customers have the easiest decision because it feels like they're talking to a person, then they're going to buy much more easily. They're going to buy from much more frequently and be loyal for as long as possible. That's everything. I'll stop sharing now and we'll see if we've got any questions.
All right, thank you so much, James, my favorite voiceover artist as well. Do you have a couple of questions for you? We'd like to know, do you have a personal favorite in the Hall of Fame?
That's a difficult one. As director of customer success, I love all the brands because they're my clients. I think from a personal level, Esme Skin Minerals, because 1, their tiers are fantastic, but 2, I just built a personal relationship with the people behind the brand when onboarding them, and you can really see the warmth and just the brand that they've got exemplified through their program, and that was exactly my experience working with them.
Oh, that's really lovely to hear. Brilliant, thank you. And is there any one thing that you think all of the winners have in common? Anything you think sort of threads all these programs together? Aside from the fact that they're using LoyaltyLion.
Well, yeah, they're our clients. No, I think it's what I said at the end. They have really dialed in that conversation. They use their loyalty program along with their other branding to have that conversation with their consumer. And so when a customer comes to purchase from them, you've removed the pain from that decision. They are wanting to buy from you because they have a personal relationship with you and they want you to succeed as well as them with your product.
Brilliant. Great. Well, thank you so much, James. Don't forget, you can get hold of a copy of the Hall of Fame in the chat. There's a link there. And we will move on to our third and final panel discussion of the day.